Hi, it's Timo. Welcome to Norwich City Central.
Hello everybody, Lewis, Norwich City Central. Hope you're all doing well. What an absolute disastrous Premier League campaign it was for Norwich. Thank God it's over. Norwich City finishing bottom with their lowest points tally in their 118-year history. So it was not a good season for Norwich City, and big question marks need to be asked about the people at the top of the club, and critical conversations need to be had. But Norwich City now have to rebuild for next season, starting in just 6 weeks' time on September the 12th. In this video, I'll be talking about a Norwich City player, a Norwich City centre-back who has left Norwich, a new Norwich City signing, and some big transfer news which could be huge for Norwich City Football Club. If you do enjoy, please hit the like button, and thank you for all the support on the channel. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe for transfer rumours, and when the football season comes, match reviews, match previews, and hopefully match day experiences to come very soon with fans chanting and match day vlogs. But let's start with the big news. As you can see by the title, major developments happening for Norwich City. Bayern Munich have been strongly linked with Max Aarons, and look, Timo Pukki's been linked with Besiktas. I've said that wrong, I've butchered it, from the Turkish league. But there wasn't too much of a rumour in it. The Pinkun and the EDP did report it, but it was a weak rumour. But this Max Aarons rumour was a lot stronger, with a lot of senior Sky Sports journalists reporting it. Not just in England but in Germany as well. So this transfer rumour really does have a lot of weight, and with a lot of senior and respectable journalists mentioning it, it's something definitely to keep an eye on. And it's all about Max Aarons. Max Aarons has been strongly linked to a move away from Norwich City to Bayern Munich in a £20 million move, which will actually absolutely be huge for Norwich City Football Club. Norwich City sign these youngsters and develop them, and hope that big clubs end up buying them for big money, and it'll be huge if Bayern Munich end up signing Max Aarons. Max Aarons is a fantastic fullback. Of course, he won young player of the season in the Championship, which is not a hard thing. Which is a very hard thing to do. In terms of Max Aarons in the Premier League, was he a success? I thought he played quite well. I think he was definitely our best defender. Look, Norwich City conceded a lot of goals, the most in the league, and Max Aarons, of course, was part of that defensive unit. But regardless of that, I think Max Aarons was definitely one of the better defenders. And look, he's a fantastic player. He shows great pace. Really good at going forward, and defensively he's getting a lot better as well. And the Premier League would be a great learning curve. What was a great learning curve for him. So Max Aarons has a lot of strengths. We know what a fantastic player he is, and if Max Aarons does go back with Norwich City to the Championship, I'm sure he'll be able to tear out the Championship for us again. In terms of in the Premier League, as I said, I thought he did quite well. At times, he didn't have the best of games, but for me, Max Aarons' biggest area in which he needs to improve is probably his physicality. He's 5'10", and there was a few times in Premier League games where he was being a bit bullied by defenders, but by the opposition and by defenders from set pieces. But ultimately, Max Aarons had a good season, and is this a good move? I think €20 million. Would you sell Max Aarons for that when you consider Ben Godfrey's been valued at 50 million? I think Norwich City will want Max Aarons to go for a little bit more than that. For me, if I was Max Aarons, would I want to stay with Norwich City in the Championship or go to Bayern Munich? Whilst I'd be on the bench at Bayern Munich, I mean, how can you turn that down? That could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for Max Aarons. And I think Max Aarons would really consider it. And if Bayern Munich do make a good offer, Max Aarons could be one whose head could be turned, and I wouldn't blame him, because Bayern Munich would be an incredible place to play football. But yeah, for me, I think €20 million is a little bit low for him. I think Norwich City and Stuart Webber should ask for a little bit more. But no, Max Aarons, to Bayern Munich, it could happen. And who will be the replacement for Max Aarons? Well, Norwich City have signed a new player, Bali Mumba, I think it is, from Sunderland, and he can play right back. Daniel Farke has said that he sees the new Norwich City signing Mumba as a right back. A little bit about Mumba. He is a 18-year-old footballer who we signed from Sunderland for an undisclosed fee, although it is believed to be around 400k. And a lot of Sunderland fans are absolutely devastated he's gone. Sunderland fans see him as one of their best academy products, and they're really angry that he's left Sunderland for such a small fee as well, for only around 350 to 500k. So it's a really good bit of business from Norwich City, and that's not what Norwich City love to do, don't they? We love to sign these players from other academies like Ben Godfrey, like even Aarons and Jamal Lewis from Luton, and develop them into good players. So Mumba could be a right back for Norwich City next season. But do I think he'll play as like a first team right back next season? Probably not. He's still young. He's 18. He could go on loan somewhere. He could, be in the under 23s for Norwich. But I wouldn't be surprised to see Mumba come in. You know, look at Max Aarons. Max Aarons made his Norwich City debut against Ipswich at 19. So, no, at 18. So yeah, Mumba could really realistically play for Norwich City. It'll be a really interesting one to see whether he goes out on loan or whether Daniel Farke maybe rates him, and he could be a ready-made replacement for Max Aarons. It'll be an interesting one to see. Mumba looks like a really athletic player, looks like a really hungry player, and yeah, it fits the type of signing Norwich City want to get. I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed with Mumba. I think he could be a good Norwich City player. If he doesn't play for Norwich City this season, I'm sure in years to come he could be a successful Norwich City player. And Sunderland fans are absolutely devastated that he is gone. And one final bit of business I do want to add is about Norwich City letting go of a centre back, and I am absolutely gutted that he is gone. Why? Because I know the guy, and he's an absolute great guy, and a fun story actually. I'm not sure if it's that fun, but it's a story anyway. That me and Sean went to the same school, and you know, I spoke to him, and as I said, he's a really humble guy. Sean Raggett has left Norwich City permanently. Norwich City signed Sean Raggett for $250,000 back a couple of seasons ago, and never really got a looking under Daniel Farke. He played a couple of minutes here and there. Played a couple of friendlies, but never really was fancied by Daniel Farke. When he had a loan move at Lincoln, and then last season a loan move at Portsmouth. And I'm absolutely gutted Sean Raggett's gone, because he's a really humble person. He's a really good centre back in my opinion as well. If you look at how well he's done at Portsmouth, Portsmouth finished I think in the playoffs in League One, and Sean Raggett was voted one of the best centre backs in the league in League One, which shows his quality. I think where Sean Raggett's Norwich City career, maybe he's probably let him down, and Sean Raggett's probably one of his weaknesses is that his ball playing ability, his distribution is not the best. He's kind of an old school centre back, you know, 6'4". He'll bully attackers. He wins lots of headers, but he's not great on his feet, and that's probably where Daniel Farke has had some problems with him. I remember, if you can remember this, fair play, I think we had a friendly a couple of years ago, and Sean Raggett scored an own goal from about 35 yards out from a terrible back pass. But yeah, I'm absolutely gutted Sean Raggett's gone, and I think we've missed him. I'm not saying that he would have done a job in the Premier League, but Norwich City have struggled to defend set pieces and have lacked physicality, and Sean Raggett would have definitely given us. And look, I'm not saying Sean Raggett is Premier League quality, but I'm a bit disappointed that he's gone. Also, age doesn't help as well. I think he's around 25, 26, so he's not exactly a youngster anymore. But I think Sean Raggett's physicality would have been good for Norwich City, and I would really have liked to have seen him get given an opportunity. But that's the transfer news so far. Norwich City signed Mumba from Sunderland, who is a central defensive midfielder but can play right back. Norwich City let go of Sean Raggett a few days ago. But the big news, Norwich City could potentially sell Max Aarons for €20 million. It'll be an absolute great bit of business. And hey, would Norwich City retire Max Aarons' shirt number? That's the big question. If you know, you know. But yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. Should Norwich City sell Max Aarons in a deal around €20 million? Should they ask for a little bit more? And what does the future hold for Norwich City? I'd love to hear your thoughts down below on this transfer news. And until next time, I'll see you later.